Hi everyone, welcome to our first daily recap of the semifinal. We just finished the day, Rob and I commentating on the WBF Twitch channel. How was this first day of the semis, Rob?
Oh man, there was a lot of action in both matches, and I think we should jump right on in.
Yes, so jumping right on in, you would be happy. The match USA won against Belgium so far with a heavy lead with the USA. They've played better, I think. We followed them for two sets, and on the last set, it felt like the Belgians were a bit tired. The Americans were just so solid. They didn't give anything away. They capitalized on every tiny imperfection from the Belgium. I think we can say that the best team is ahead so far.
Yeah, but these 60 imp margins, anything can happen on day two. We've seen a number of 70 to 10 segments from a bunch of the teams in this event. And as you say, a lot of the teams are getting tired towards the end of the event. So anything could happen tomorrow.
Yes, and we'll follow that tomorrow. While in the other match with Denmark against Sweden, it's much closer. Sweden has kind of been, it felt like winning every set by a small margin, but at the end of the day, it's still only 29 imps, which is more than recoverable within one day with home advantage and Dennis Builder in your team who plays every single boards.
Yeah, really powerful partnership there, Bilda and Schultz, trying to push their team over the top and overtake the strong Sweden squad that took down Switzerland during the quarterfinals. But almost half of that Swedish lead comes from this one board from the first segment, this really strong 6 heart contract on board 13, where both tables ended up reaching 6 hearts, but one of them played from the correct side, and it was due to Mikkelsen and Collins' transfer responses after an overcall. So South was able to show hearts without committing the suit to their side, and that perfectly protected the ace-queen of spades from the opening lead.
Yes, and it was an unusual transfer in a way that it's not the 1-1 action that almost everybody plays. It really went, I think, a diamond, two clubs, and they were playing transfers at a 2 level over a 2 over 1 overcall, which is much rarer, and that's why it made a big difference. Had it been a club, a diamond, most players now know how to right side hearts. Here it was a much more complicated auction, so it paid off big time in this match. As you can see on the other match, they both stopped below slam, and on this match, both pairs were in slam, and right siding it was a big difference maker here. So really well done to Mikkelsen and Per-Ola Curling on that one. I will say that their very complicated system. I don't know if it's linked to that, but we suspect, a slow play penalty for Sweden of 2 imps. It wasn't here at the beginning of the day. They were really late, especially in the first set. Is there any chance that this might play a role tomorrow? Is there? Yeah, what do you think?
It it certainly could. I mean, these slow pay penalties do add up to 5 or 7 imps over the course of a match, but generally the stronger team is going to come out on top. Um, it's pretty rare for these matches to be only decided by 1 or 2 imps, but I think we'll get to a couple of them later in the day where the matches are very close.
Yep. So if we have a look at the other results in the other competitions, France and Netherlands against Netherlands in the ladies was very close until the last set, where Netherlands won by 40 imps, so a big set from them. This last set we could see in the match we were following, Belgium USA 1, and in this match there were the type of boards, or if you didn't play perfectly, you could be punished very quickly, which is what happened on both of these matches.
Yeah, and so good start for Netherlands, but that match does rate to be close. I mean, this 46 to nothing doesn't really happen every day. and um, and so I think that France will come back tomorrow.
Yeah, it's 30 imps. It's the same difference as in Denmark, Sweden, and nothing's done yet, of course.
Right.
Whereas on the other match, it feels like every set China is beating Poland. So the difference is not unrecoverable yet, but it feels like it's going always in the same direction, and maybe China is over playing Poland. So we haven't followed the board, so we can't say for sure, but it certainly looks that way.
Yeah, these matches where it's not just a 60 or so imp lead, it's that China has won every segment and some of them rather convincingly. That you always want to find that one setup where you feel good playing against this lineup from the opposing team, and it looks like Poland hasn't found that yet. So they might struggle tomorrow, and China could cruise to a victory.
Yep, we'll follow that tomorrow. Some good news for the French in the seniors. We might have a France-USA in the final because at halfway, of course, USA 1 against USA 2 will end up with the USA team in the final. We can say that USA 1 had a very strong start, but the last set, USA is starting the beginning of a comeback, if I could say it that like that. They still are 43 imps behind. Whereas on the other match, France has a huge lead, more than 7 teams. Given how it's gone, it looks like it's very likely that France is going to make it at that point.
Yeah, it does seem that way. They have certainly been outplaying Austria on the scoreboard and a couple of big segments to end the day here. And on the other side of the matchup, obviously the two juggernauts coming out of the group stage from this are battling it out. I do think that USA is going to be favored against France when they make it through, whichever USA squad comes through. But that'll be an exciting matchup to watch as well.
Yes, yes. Yeah, for sure, USA will be favorite, but as we all know, as long as you make it one match, anything can happen, and it can be just as something like France playing their best and USA not playing their absolute best, and suddenly we are level in terms of quality of play. And finally, in the mixed events, the two matches are very close, which to me is a small surprise. I really thought that Italy and USA 1 and Poland were the better teams. But you've been telling me that China is quite strong in the mixed, and Italy, I must say that I didn't know them, but they are fighting really hard against this very strong USA 1 team.
Yeah, two very close matchups to keep an eye on tomorrow. We did see USA 1 get off to a slow start against Romania as well in the mixed at the beginning of the quarterfinals, but they managed to pull through and almost coast to victory during the last couple of segments yesterday in that matchup. So maybe they're just a slow start team, but Italy is definitely showing that they can hang with the best of them. And of course, on the other side, Poland and China, that's been an up and down match. I think any of these four teams could come out with the gold medal from what we're seeing today.
Yes, yes, definitely, and no clear teams ahead. Whereas if we go back to the Bermuda Bowl to conclude our daily recap, although anything could happen in both matches, especially in the ones with Denmark against Sweden, I think we can still say that the two teams that are on paper were the favorites are ahead. So we'll hope that tomorrow morning the sets make the day interesting. But I would say there is a risk that tomorrow after two sets, when we move to the seniors, USA 1 against USA 2, it's a risk. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there is a small risk. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll make sure that we cover the most interesting matchups throughout the day. And if these matches continue the way that they've been going, then maybe we will find something more exciting to watch for the viewers at home. But we will keep you updated as the day goes on and probably get some feedback from all the viewers about what you all want to see.
Yeah, Exactly. And whatever happens, we'll be there tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central European time, and we will be starting with Denmark against Sweden, closest match. Americans being asleep. We think that makes complete sense, and then we'll go from there in terms of schedule.
Sounds good. Yeah, looking forward to it. We're gonna have a great day tomorrow.
Thank you, Rob, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.